Hello everybody and welcome to another top 5 records video. Today I've got the difficult challenge to name the 5 best albums by Frank Sinatra, and that is a very tough challenge because this is a man who had so many streaks of good albums that it's pretty tough to pick some of them. Yet also he had different stages and phases in his career, which makes it, although his voice is a certain coherence and there is a certain coherent charm to what he's doing, he does have very interesting experiments and his music and style changes. So he is a very interesting artist and I really love his body of work. Let's just start off the list, and I'm starting off with this beautiful, beautiful record. Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim. And that's the title, arranged and conducted by Klaus Ogerman. Now, this is an orchestral masterpiece. This sounds stellar. It's a beautiful record. And the moment you listen to the first track, you fall in love with what's going on. You can hear that this is recorded, I believe, in 1967. It's late 60s, and Sinatra was aware that he was losing ground, and he was searching for another sound. So what did he do? The first track of this album is "The Girl from Ipanema," and all right, for all this the Getz and Gilberto fans, I love the original. I love the Getz and Gilberto record, but I mean, Sinatra is so convincing when he covers that song. It is pure magic. This record, Sinatra is leaving his comfort zone and he delivers. He delivers. You hear the way this man knows what he's singing about. He's convincing. Beautiful album. On number 5 spot. On number 4 spot, a great big classic. Songs for Swinging Lovers. This is a beautiful, rare gem. This is I have a first UK pressing. I believe this is the mono pressing. Yeah, it definitely is the mono pressing. No. It has a. I'm confused. I'm mistaken. It is the British cover, but it is a Swedish press. And it sounds pretty good. I bought this in Frankfurt 2 years ago for about €5. And this is a mesmerizing album. I mean, this kicks off with "You Make Me Feel So Young, Pennies from Heaven, I've Got You Under My Skin, Making Whoopee." This is, well, just as the title suggests, this is the cheerful, fun Frank Sinatra, this 50s record of cheerful American happiness, and it is magic. It's beautiful. This is a great album. Beautiful classics on there. Everyone should hear this. Now, number 3 spot. I was so incredibly lucky to find this. Sinatra at the Sands. This is the first US pressing, and it sounds awesome. It sounds so good. I should tell about this record. This Sinatra at the Sands is, how do I say? It's for me. This is Sinatra at its core. It's like walking into this beautiful club, and Sinatra's on the stage, and he's the host. He's the man. He's there on the stage. He's doing some conversations. There was a certain ease in the air. This is what he was all about. Sinatra at the Sands. And we're talking about, Count Basie and his orchestra. Count Basie and his orchestra doing it. And this is arranged and conducted by Quincy Jones. One of the best live albums ever. If you want to start out a collection with the works of Sinatra, start out with this one, because this is who he's at the center. Just a quick look at the track list. Side 1 starts off with "Come Fly With Me," What have you? I've got you under my skin. It's the third song on this side. Side two, Fly Me to the Moon. Some monologues. September of My Years. Oh, I loved it so much. Get Me to the Church on Time. It was a very good year. Making whoopee. This is just beautiful. This is so gorgeous. This is feels like this is a representation of American culture, of American 50s, 60s culture. Something you will never find again. Sinatra was so good on this. So good. Awesome live recording. Yet it's on the third spot. Why is it on the third spot? Because we're entering some awesome, awesome territory. Now, this took me a long time to find on vinyl. Watertown. And you might be saying, hi, I never heard of Watertown. Why is it on the number 2 spot of Frank Sinatra? Well, this was a gigantuous flop. Early 70s, Sinatra still noticed that the times were changing, and he thought, you know what, I'll make a current day pop record. So he hired these songwriters who were familiar, I believe, either writing pop songs or somewhat in a musical department, and he decided to make a concept album. Watertown tells the story of a family in which the parents divorce, and actually the question is, will they divorce? There is a beautiful line in here, there is no great big ending, no sunset in the sky, and just when I'm about to say that we should make another start, she smiles at me across the table and finally says goodbye. And it is so good. Oh, I can paraphrase it better because all the songs and the lyrics are in here. It's a beautiful cardboard version. There's a poster of Sinatra in here. This is so beautiful. All the songs. I mean, the opening, Watertown, then Goodbye, she quietly says, for a while, Michael and Peter. It's so fragile. This album is so fragile. She says, what's now is beautiful. The train to Allentown. All these songs. I mean, there is not a single hit on there. This is one of the albums that came out, and it just didn't catch on. But by now, the story he tells, the fragility of the lyrics, the fragility of what he's singing, it's this deeply, deeply personal, beautiful, melodic masterpiece. I mean, Watertown is a gorgeous record, and I've been listening to it for years digitally until I found 2 years ago this first US copy. There are not a lot of pressings because it wasn't a hit, and the lack of success let Sinatra down. But this is one of those records that needs to live again. And I notice it's starting to live again. I notice that people are picking it up and realizing this is or might be the best album of Sinatra. Best album of Sinatra? Well, almost. There is one album which I just could not leave off of the top, number 1 spot. In the wee small hours of the morning. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Just even if you take a look at the cover. I mean, this atmosphere. This album is also a concept album. In a certain way, concept. It doesn't tell a story like Watertown does. But this image is what it sounds like. I believe that B.B. King even stated that every morning when he woke up in the early 60s, he would start off his day with listening to this beautiful, beautiful record. It is just incredible that humankind could make something this beautiful. It started off in the wee small hours of the morning, which is gorgeous, gorgeous, lonely, dark song, but it's so good. After that, you get Mood Indigo, an Ellington cover. It is so good. All the songs just fit in perfectly. It's not a greatest hits album. It is a concept that takes you along on its story, and to me, just as Sinatra Descends is for Sinatra Live, this is for me the core of who is Frank Sinatra and what will we remember him for. Beautiful, beautiful atmospheric album. I mean, put this on late at night, pour yourself a glass of cognac or whiskey or beer or anything, and just sit down, listen to this. It's awesome. Now, those are my 5 favorite Sinatra albums. What do you think? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in the next video.